Hi, Vlad from FullBoost.co.uk, and today I'm unboxing the brand new A16.1 football boot by Adidas Football in the core black, matte silver, solar gold colorway. Let's get the boot out of the box and the box out of the way. So with the Ace range overtaking the Predator range in 2015, we now see the German brand deliver its second generation in the form of the A16.1. As said by Adidas, the Ace is designed for the playmaker who dominates the entire game, offering enhanced ball handling, fit, stability, and total 360 degrees control. So this range will sit alongside the Pure Control, Primer and Leather as 4 pro level options in the Ace range by Adidas Football, and you'll see the likes of Mesut Ozil, Ivan Rakitic, Mats Hummels and Manuel Neuer headline the Ace range. So fit is the biggest change from the Ace 15, as we now see a sole design which is narrower than what you saw in the Ace 15. So what I can say from just looking at this boot is that it will still fit very wide footed footballers, but it's going to be great for narrow footed footballers as well. So what's the Ace 15 struggled with was that it was very wide. It was great for wide footed footballers, but it was too wide for those narrow footed footballers. So that is what the Ace 16.1 is all about. It's going to fit any foot type. So in terms of tech specs, the Ace 16 is almost an identical copy of the technologies used on the Ace 15. The boots use a synthetic 3-layer upper construction dubbed Total Skin. It's designed to cushion your first touch, provide a perfect fit and provide non-stop ball handling. So bringing the Ace 15, really pretty much exactly the same uppers. The one design change is that now you don't see this transparent layer you saw on the Ace 15 on the Ace 16. It's now you see a solid black layer, so it covers that mesh. So this time around the Total Skin extends to slightly further down the midfoot, where an additional stiffer synthetic is used on the heel. So I'll bring it closer. So the Total Skin stops at this last Adidas 3 stripe, wraps around the forefoot and toe box onto the medial side of the boot, where a different stiffer synthetic is used on the heel portion of this boot, much like what you saw on the Ace 15. So we now see a more central lacing system deployed on the Ace 16.1, which merges with the Adidas 3 stripes and laces to really lock down the midfoot, which the Ace 15 struggled with. So like on the Ace Prime Knit, Adidas have used 4 cutouts on the tongue rather than 1 to further enhance that lockdown in the midfoot, while the tongue itself has padding underneath for extra comfort. So I'll bring it closer. So we now see 4 cutouts on the tongue rather than 1. So the tongue's not going to slide one way or the other when you're shooting, when you're playing football. It's going to really stay in that same position. Great to lock down your foot over time. So a special coating dubbed non-stop grip, much like All Conditions Control by Nike, provides all-weather control. Whether it actually enhances performance is really up to you, but NSG is featured throughout the entire Total Skin and is on that back heel bit of this boot. So Adidas have reverted back to the trusty sprint frame sole, which is thinner and lighter than the Total Control sole used on the Ace 15. The heel counter is not as robust as the heel stabilizer used on the Ace 15. So just quickly bring in the Ace 15, really sort of robust heel counter, really thick sole with 46 conical studs. You've now got a much thinner and lighter sprint frame design, not as robust heel counter, external heel counter, which merges with the sprint frame, and just conical studs placed in those general areas. You've got 46 studs, you've got what, 11 studs on the sole there. So yes, that Ground Control 2.0 is the new stud system, which to be honest looks very similar to the Traction 2.0 stud system, and it provides adequate stability and traction on firm ground surfaces. Again, conical studs have been used. So you've got 4 conical studs on the heel and you've got 7 on the forefoot. Really sort of simple design. It's going to do great work on firm ground surfaces. So the design of the new Ace is certainly a recognizable template consisting of the Adidas 3 stripes on both sides of the boot. Adidas 3 stripes have been made larger and they don't roll under the sole like on the Ace 15. So on the Ace 15 this stripes ran under the sole for a really sort of continuous look, but they have been cut out on the Ace 16, just featured on the lateral and medial sides without being on the sole. So colorway wise, we see classic black headline the boot from heel to toe, while touches of matte silver and solar gold align the Adidas 3 stripes in a modern gradient design. So it's really sort of sharp looking on this boot. Matte silver colors the Ace logo on the tongue there. Adidas logo on the heel is in that matte silver, whereas these 3 stripes roll over with the tongue having that solar gold color. The laces are solar gold as well. So flip it to the sole, that solar gold triangular pattern is on the forefoot there. Transparent sole with transparent studs, really sort of clean, sharp look. Overall, it's quite similar to what we saw by Adidas Football and this other colorway I'll just grab. So it's quite similar to this one, very sort of similar designs, but this was a secondary colorway by Adidas Football behind the solar green launch design. So weight wise, we see a drop of roughly 20 to 30 grams from the Ace 15 to the Ace 16, which is probably due to the thinner sprint frame sole and fewer studs. Another great thing to have in the Ace 16.1 is much lighter than the Ace 15. So to sum up, the changes from the A15 to the A16 have been mostly minor. The fit is now more snug in the midfoot but still wide in the forefoot, so again it should fit any foot type out there. Another great thing to have in any football boot. So snug in the midfoot and quite wide in the forefoot. If you wanted a boot which was narrow in the midfoot and narrow in the forefoot, go with the X. So that is our unboxing of the new A16 colorway by Adidas. Thanks for watching, and as always, we'll see you next time.